Okay, let's get straight into it. This is day 4 of 30. Today we are doing Evangelion. That is the inspiration for today. Trying to do a bit of perspective today. You'll see my mood board. It'll be on the screen now. So this is my mood board. We went with some checkered, kind of distorted perspective backgrounds. I quite like the one on the bottom left. That's the one I end up using. Um, so we're just importing all our images, importing my background, the Nerve logo, the other Nerve image, or the other Evangelion image, and then I'm importing a Evangelion doll that you'll see a bit later. So for now, I'm just kind of setting everything up. My mood board should disappear, and then we're going to get started. So I'm just playing with a couple of the contrast settings, some of the filter settings, adding some noise. I feel like noise added to these type of images always looks really good. I wanted to have a bit more raw imagery, very kind of unfiltered and very improvised. I'm trying to push myself every time to do something a little different and play with something, whether it's perspective or a layout that I don't know how to use, or trying something new, or trying a different style. Uh, so today we're doing perspective. I am just changing some of the color settings, some of the filter settings, seeing if I like anything, and I end up just settling back on the original, like always. Seems that's a common problem with me. So we're just playing with some of the text. I end up duplicating the text because I wanted to add more to the shadow than just a drop shadow. So I duplicated the text, and now I'm just adding a couple things like an outer glow and changing some of the settings and changing its perspective, trying to kind of give this very warped, um, warped kind of flowing look to the text, to the typography, as well as the layout and the imagery. So the reference I had for this, I didn't actually show in my mood board, but the reference was also using a very similar checkered background. So I was quite happy with that. You'll see now I import my doll and just use the generic method of um, getting rid of the background. So nothing too fancy here. I get rid of the background and play with positioning, play with layout, play with where I want it. Also extend the rope because the image of the rope was cut off, so I just added it, moved up a bit, played with perspectives. I ended up going back with my original, like always. So from there, we just changing a couple of the filter settings and seeing if we like anything. These posters are not supposed to have a lot of planning. They're not supposed to have um, a lot of structure coming in. It's more about improvising and creating something from the mood board, from what we've collected, and trying to choose a theme and go with the theme. So the theme was perspective, the theme was Evangelion, and kind of raw imagery. So trying to include all three, and I end up actually changing the color to the inverted color for red, which is going to be a very luminous blue. So I end up doing that a bit later, but for now I'm just still keeping the red and adding some ripple filter to the doll, changing a bit of the text. I end up polarizing it and giving it its very like RGB look. Um, then from there we end up pretty much just changing all the colors. After I polarize it and invert it, I decide that that is going to be the color to use. So I change everything to blue, and I'm very happy I did that. I feel like I've been using red a lot lately, and I want to push myself to use other colors, different layouts, etc. So blue was a nice color to use. Video today is not very long, as they shouldn't be, trying to keep them all under 10 minutes. Just a quick walkthrough and explanation of what I'm thinking when I'm creating one of these posters. As you can see, I am quite literally importing things and just putting all the pieces that I wanted to put in and change them to the way I wanted it. As you can see, you can start literally from a basic background, from a couple of images that you like, from a theme. Those things all help you create a poster, create a story, create something that gives you a baseline to work off of. And I've tried my best to incorporate all of the themes and ideas for today in the poster. I end up importing the little Nerve company logo and the a little access card in the bottom left, just to add some more authenticity, more story to the poster, and helps a little bit with world building and allowing the poster to feel like it's connected to something more than just random images put together. Still playing with sizing and layout. I end up just calling it a day and putting them at the bottom right. Everything for today. We'll be back tomorrow, same story, and I will hopefully have a different idea and color. I want to do something a little bit more tomorrow. I have more time, so we're gonna play a little bit more with different layout and some more experimentation. Thank you again, and we'll see you in the next one.